This happened last year, around this season while I was broken, struggling to make ends meet. I had just moved out and didn't want to resort to going back to my parents. I was so desperate, I was looking on Craigslist for caregiver, housekeeping type gigs just to make quick cash while I looked for a full-time position. After responding to several, I got a bite back from a man who had advertised as a disabled man who needed help with his morning and evening routine since he had a bad back. As a past caregiver, I thought nothing of his request to help with bathing and dressing since I knew it could be difficult for some. After chatting on the phone and coming to the conclusion that he was nice and normal, I proceeded to head over to his townhouse late one night to help him with his nighttime routine. He lived a bit out of the way from me, but I was desperate and didn't mind. He even said that I could spend the night since he'd need me in the morning anyway. Once I got there, he was a decent looking man in his late 30s or early 40s with a cane. He paid me $200 up front for the expected nighttime and morning routine the next day. He explained that he was ex-military and had surgery recently. Things started to get weird once he offered me some wine and commented on how cute he thought I was. I should have seen that as a big red flag, but again, I was super poor, but I didn't want to cheat him, so I gave him the benefit of the doubt. He then led me to his bedroom where he got undressed for his evening shower. I was horrified since I saw that he already had a giant erection and wanted me to lather him up. He asked me if I wanted to take my clothes off, and I declined. He responded respectfully. However, he did touch my butt when I bent over to pick something up for him. I should have ran out of that room then, but I was waiting for the right moment. After quickly giving him the most unsexy shower in the most platonic way I could, he got out and said that he was heading to bed but didn't want to wear any clothes. The guest room where I was to stay was right next to his, and though I was tired and I was still pretty on edge, my gut instinct was telling me to get the hell out of there. The issue was that we were on a third-story townhouse, and we were on the top floor, and he had installed baby gates on each floor so that his cat wouldn't run away. Also, he had turned off the lights on the lower floors so it was pitch black. In order for me to get out, I'd have to pass his room. I quietly arranged my stuff in my purse while I heard his TV blaring, and to my horror, I saw him walk swiftly to his bathroom without his cane. I realized he was not as disabled as he had told me, since he had previously put on an act as if he couldn't walk without it. He also still had his heart on and was holding a giant bottle of lotion with him. As quickly and quietly as I could, I fled and ran like hell out of the room while he was in the bathroom and jumped like an Olympic sprinter over the cat gates down the dark stairs. As I threw the front door open to run to my car, I heard his house alarm go off. I got into my car as fast as lightning, heart beating like crazy. I immediately got phone calls from his number, and every car that trailed me had me terrified until I got out of there. Finally, after a 2-hour drive, I was back to my place and grateful that I was out of there. Who knows what could have happened if I stayed overnight, but I didn't want to stay to find out.